in. Vanier a little bit tripped up in the last couple of games. Yep. Champlain tried to figure it out here. Who needs this game more, Vanier or Champlain?
Hey, it's great to be back. Like you said, road to Montmorency for the championship. Who needs it more? Vanier, they're 1-2. They got pretty close in that game against St-Lambert. They had a bad start. They were down by 20. They came back. So they need this game more than Champlain. The Champlain's trying to get, they're 2-1. They had a close game at Momo. They had a very close game that you didn't call there against St-Lambert. So I'm still thinking Vanier needs this game a little bit more. But you never want to lose a game at home, right?
And for Champlain, they had a slow start against Lennoxville week 1.
Yes.
But here they are now. They're 2-1. Talk about Vanier 1-2. Vanier has beaten Champlain. You and I called that game about 18 months ago when Champlain ended up winning the provincials on this very court here. This start is going to be big for who today?
A big start. Like, you're at home. The crowd's here. Champlain wants to start off really, really on fire at the beginning of the game.
And we'll see how this plays out here. Champlain in their new home whites with blue numeral trim. Vanier in their new red uniforms with white numeral trim. And good news for the Cavaliers, back in their second game. Sophie René, back who just committed to Binghamton University with Camille Goudreau.
That's a big get.
It's a huge get for the Cheetahs and for the Cavaliers on this Friday night. Champlain scoring 55 points a game. Vanier at 64 points a game. So we'll see who gets what in the early going. Well read by the Cheetahs, and here come Vanier going the other way in the first possession of the day for them. Asia Thorne, 3 assists last time around. And here is one of the top players of this team, Mbengo. She is a flamethrower for this Vanier team, can get things started, and she does so at a missed layup.
That was a good take by Mbengo. She's the top goal scorer, like 20 points a game.
And here's an easy layup and the easy finish coming in for Julia Ferron, and Champlain is off and running here.
If I'm Frank, if I'm Coach Vanier, I'm not really happy about that. That was an easy transition layup there. You got to give me more. There should be a little bit more toughness there, a little bit more resistance on the defense. Poor transition there.
Ferron had 11 rebounds in the loss to Lennoxville back in week 1. Isidore, her first touch through the lane. And another rebound for Renee, and she brings a lot to work with. So for Renee, can help out the Vanier bigs Champlain bigs going forward in this matchup.
Definitely, no.
Goudreau back out around the protractor it comes. Champlain trying to work the overload as they look to get themselves a 4-0 lead. Goudreau, Renee, 5 left the shot clock. Renee from the free throw line. And she's 0 for 1.
0 for 1 there, but that was a good shot. They ran their offense. Some resistance on the defense on Vanier, so Coach Ray got to be happy there.
Vanier trying to get themselves going. Here's a 3. Too strong on that. Last ball touched by Champlain. And again, for the Cheetahs, this is a team that shot 34%. They're right now in the offensive categories, top 2, top 3, top 5. And so far it's been a slow start, down 2-0.
Yeah, but they live and die by the 3. If they shoot if they get a high percentage, a high clip, this could be a long day for Champlain.
Another rebound. Here's Goudreau, 2-on-1. Bounce pass through. The layup is converted on a double tap from Hebert, who has been off to a wonderful start, scoring under 20 a game.
Yeah, that was not the greatest pass by Camille Goudreau right there, but usually got the ball and was able to score.
And the overlap, no good. Second bite of the cherry, back out. Thorne for 3. And that rims out, and so far no luck yet for the Cheetahs on the offensive end.
Yeah, this start is sort of kind of similar for the Cheetahs when they played against St-Lambert.
Renee tumbling, that will be a whistle, and that will be a foul. And about to make her first appearance in this game is Preval for the first time today.
And Preval has been playing pretty well for them, like first year player at Champlain. From Durocher, she's been hitting a key player. If she could hit the 3s, that could really unlock the offense for Champlain.
Durocher quite far from here, only a 3 seconds.
Yes.
Here's Preval, here is Goudreau, watched closely by Augustin. Vanier, a very heavy veteran team, a lot of second and third year players. So they have the acumen, and there is the acumen coming through. Augustin coming down with the layup is short. Rebound by Augustin, and they'll re-rack this ball with a new 10 to work with. Bengo with it. Down low, and unfortunately that is a giveaway back over to Preval, and here come the Cavaliers of the way. Yeah, Vanier's pretty sloppy right now in these first couple possessions. Coach Rennie can't be happy how they started this game. They're kind of like in a fog, like they're still in St-Lambert. Here's Preval from the center arc. inside the arc. And that rims out. And that is last touch is saved by Renee. Toe tapping her way through. And this will go back to Vanier with 6:52 left. You're still 2-0 lead for the Cavaliers. 4-0 lead for the Cavaliers.
So Florent's in the game. I think this is her first game this season. She's coming back from a little soreness in her knee. So that's a big spark plug for them, a third-year player.
So far, the under is the key, and here is Karma Chaya being pressured again by Daddy Falcatang, who missed a bit of time earlier this season, and the Cheetahs trying to get their first basket with Bango at the controls. From the 45, and off the heel, rebounded right back to Goudreau, and the Cheetahs are right now bereft of scoring points. Look at that again. Goudreau, Renee Pick. Goudreau looking, negotiating, authoring, and the two click, no good. Rebound right back to the Cavaliers again. Pavel through the legs, and that might have been an awkward, fancy movement, and this will remain Champlain ball left.
I like Goudreau's pass. It was pretty audacious there. Coach was okay with it, but it was a tough pass into traffic right there.
Well, the control was there, but the master was not on that moment. Here is Renee on the byline. Renee denied at the rim. 3.5 blocks per game are the Cheetahs. And that's a giveaway right back over to the high hand, Hebert. Renee, part two. And she is fouled and will go to the line. And that is suffocating defense there, Sean, and how Champlain came at them.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, it's pretty sloppy right now. The passes are not crisp. It seems like they haven't got their sea legs yet. I think once they start in a couple of threes, they'll be more comfortable, more acclimated in the game. But right now, it's rough. It's rough sledding. But luckily, they're only down by 4.
And right now at the line is Renee. So far for the season, shooting 40% for the free throw line. Champlain this year, 60% from the line. They shot 47% against Momo last week, but were able to prevail through in the win over the Nomads.
Yeah, that was a close game. They were up big the first quarter, but then afterwards, the game was almost a tie game, and then they were able to prevail later on in the game there for Champlain.
And with that, a bit of confusion. Who got the foul? It appears Augustin was the one that got the foul, and now the line is Renee. 6 minutes left in this first quarter play. And Renee missing her first free throw again. Not the most serene free throw shooter on this Cavalier roster at 40% a game.
Yeah, and if I'm Coach Germanos, I'm not really happy. This game should be like 8 or 10-point lead already. The way how sloppy they're playing.
And late to the party is Rose Beaulieu. She'll come in for Renee. So you're seeing the wealth of bigs coming out here for the Cavaliers. 3 weeks ago against St. Foy, they had a better lineup on the bench that was injured than on the court. That won against St. Foy.
Like you're saying, Mo, this is kind of like the first game that they're pretty healthy. They got a complement of all their players, so we should see their true Champlain right now. Moving screen.
And that is a moving screen. Isadore. Another turnover by the Cheetahs. They hit about 25 per game. They had 33 turnovers in the loss to St. Jean. And that was back in week 1, and right now that has not improved in terms of the clean possessions for Frank Renee's Cheetahs.
Well, you saw St. Jean, ranked number 2 in the country right now, Mo. They're trying to go back-to-back, Mo.
It's hard to do that in Quebec.
I know, we haven't seen it in a while.
It's been a minute. Goudreau can't find that basket. There is a tug of war with Beaulieu along with Isadore, and that will be a foul on Champlain, and we go back to Vanier ball.
Sort of. Yeah, Beaulieu there it was like going over a back, held their clutch there, like it was almost like a defensive back, but it was a call. It was an easy call by the ref there.
Right now it is Ava Martinez-Herwood, one of the flamethrowers from long range. Bango so far quiet in this first quarter. Martel, around the protractor it comes. Here's a 3. And off the heel, and still at 0 for the Cheetahs, and we're almost halfway through this first quarter play. Goudreau, Florentin. Post play down low, Goudreau, too much on that, caught in 2 minds. Second bite of the cherry is not sweet, and again, the Vanier Cheetahs let off the hook by the Cavaliers.
Easily, that was a great set that they ran there. Goudreau, she didn't realize that she had so much room there. She missed those 2 easy shots.
And another turnover by the Cheetahs, this time by Martinez-Herwood. About to come back in the game is Renee, along with Charbonneau making her first appearance this season for the Cavaliers.
True, another player that's making their first appearance. Like I said, Vanier still doesn't, they seem out of sorts right now, not confident in their gameplay right now, but it's early in the season. What is this, game 4 right now?
Game 4 for the Cheetahs, game 4 for the Cavaliers. And Florentin is playing in their third year and gets that big back, and the Cavaliers up.
And that's a sort for Sorais there. Like, they've been waiting for her to come back for the in the game, so Coach Romano's pretty happy about that. She's their toughness, their top defender.
She does the little things well, and now here's a three from the center arc. Off the iron, rebound poked away by Thorne, and this will go back to the Cavaliers with 4:33 left in this first quarter play.
I feel like if there's another score by Champlain, if what's going to happen is they're going to call a timeout. I think Coach Kerenk is going to call a timeout if they score right here, because 6 minutes, almost 6 minutes to the game, they haven't scored yet.
A long-range pass. Melon back over, strong, no fear, intimidation. Timeout call. 4:22 left in this first quarter of play. Champlain 9, Vanier 0. Stay tuned from South Shore. Welcome back here, Sean Oliver, Mo Khan. 9-0 lead for the Cavaliers over the Cheetahs. So right now, the Cheetahs are on to plan B, if not plan C. What has to change for them to get at least the first basket to kind of ease the nerves?
For them, they're a three-point shooting team. Like they go with the three-point shot. So if they got to hit one of them, get off the schneid right now. And that's not a great start.
Another stolen ball for the Cavaliers. Hit about 8 a game. They had 8 against Momo last week, so the defense has been stifling in this first quarter play. Renee from the elbow. And that is caromed off of her arms, right back into Thorne's arms. Vanny's got numbers moving forward. Here's Augustin with it. Jabbing the way through, back out it comes. And the first twist and turn, and one. Augustin, the third leading scorer, shooting 30% from the field, and that's a big stress reliever for the...
They're happy on that play because there was almost 2 travels on that play, to be honest. Once you gathered the ball and then once you did that spin move, but the basket counts. So that could give me a 3-point play. That could get them off their start and get them some momentum going to this game now.
And they get off the mat for the moment, rebounded by Goudreau. And that's another whistle, and that will be a foul, a little ticklish are the Cheetahs. And with 3:48 left, this will be Champlain ball, and we're going back the other way.
Yep. So that's for Vanier. Got off the schneid. Now it's 9-2. They're lucky. They started a 20-point lead already.
And back over it comes. And here is the Cavaliers on the byline, up and over, and that is a whistle, and that is a foul. And that's the first foul on Martinez Harewood, and that will bring up free throws for Bellon, who's 100% from the line so far this season.
No, talk to Coach Germaus. You say that she has a bright future built out here. Good size on her. Can play the 1 and 2.
Shooting 41% from the field so far. And right now for the Cavaliers, up by a score of 10-2 over the Cheetahs. And a little twist and turn coming through for Chaya. And they're back in this game down by 6.
Great move by Chaya. 2-on-1.
And that might have been one pass too many for Preval. And this will go into play as we have a triple sub coming in now for the Cavaliers. So Dramatis going deep into his options that he has in his attacking armory. And in fact, we're keeping it more to a smaller rotation bench to work with.
Yeah, if that play, there's a 2-on-1. You've got to attack the rim. You have to make the defender stop you, and then you pass the ball. Right there, to pass first. Not the right play. Coach Dramatis is going to talk to her on the bench about that.
Augustine, lovely first step. Going up and over, and she's found her groove. They're now on a 6-3 run since the timeout called by Renee.
Definitely there.
And back over, here's Puma gliding her way through. That is denied by Louisma. And now, all of a sudden, in 2 blinks of the eye, Sean, Vanier is back in this game down by 4.
And that's why if I was Champlain, I was hoping it was a 20-point lead. Augustine has always been a good player in my eye, and she's bringing them back up. I mean, she can bring some confidence in the team. Here's Sophia.
Here's Renee in the block against Louisma. 2 dreadnoughts, and that time the player in red won that one. 2 left the shot clock for the Cavaliers. And that is going to be a strong defending moment. Here's Chai the other way for the Cheetahs.
I got to drop it because it's distorted.
Martel. Here's Chaya. And there is Bango, so far quiet in this first quarter. Bango trying to open up her account, and she still can't do so. She's been denied. This remains Vanier ball with 14 left in the shot clock.
And Bango has a lot of game in her. When she starts rolling, Champlain could be in trouble there.
And with that, this will be on the end line for the Cheetahs. About to come back to the game is Mukendi. Claudia Mukendi back in. Going off is Louisma. Sean Oliver, Mocon. Mukendi from the elbow. Chaya, Mukendi, the interplay against Renee. And that is stout defending by Renee with 2:11 left, 7 left in the shot clock.
Great defense by Renee. He's just walled up. Don't go for the hack. Play tall, stay tall, play tall.
Louisma and Mukendi this time. Rebound Renee as she Tony taps her way through looking for the outlets. And this has to be over the 8-second violation. They get it over in time, in the nick of time.
It's great when you have bigs that can bring up the ball for you. Gotta give it to her.
Renee against Bango. That's well read by Mukendi. Another stolen ball for the Cheetahs, the number 5 in the league at 10 a game. Transition movement. Here's a 3 for Bango. Rebound. Cheetahs can't find a 3 ball.
But that was a good, that was a good play by them. Like, they were able to get a nice shot on top. And Coach Dramatis not too happy about that. Being kind of careless pass by Puma right there.
Puma getting minutes this year. Second-year player had 2 steals against Lennoxville in the loss. Started 1 game already. 1 of 10 from 3 so far this season.
Yeah, she had a little tough game against Lennoxville first, but that's her first game. First game coming back from a serious injury, but they competed.
And this is almost a 5-second violation inside the jungle, and 1. Beaulieu established the front, twice led the team in blocks, but she gets a nice box out for the finish.
That's great. Got the person down low, didn't know nowhere else to go, 1 power up. That's what you practice every time.
Of course, the provincials out stage up Montmorency, and then the nationals at Dawson. Yes. So there's 2 stops on the tour. We know Dawson will be at the nationals. Definitely. And at that point, it is almost a coin flip of who will be the Quebec representative or champion going to the nationals in late March.
And right now, like, my money's on Saint Jean right now. Number 2 team. They've got some players that came back. A couple of seniors. They're looking really good right now. That's early in the season.
Lovely first step. Chaya, strong. Rebound, right back over. Ping pong's right back to Puma. And the Cavaliers will be the side relief with 70 seconds left in this first quarter.
That was a good take by Chaya, but she'll learn that this is her first year. She'll go really stronger. Like, she was really going to the side and not trying to get contact.
Strong first step. And a second step not there. A missed shot coming in from Hebert. And so far, she has done very well this year, Sean. You talk about Hebert's role with Renee out and a few of the big hitters out. She picked up the agenda, led the scoring in all 3 games this season, and perhaps will be coming out not only a 1 but a 1A for this roster.
She's playing really well. Like, it started last year, like when she had to. Good starting minutes last year, and now she's just growing. She's blossoming into the player that Coach Dramatis thought she could be when she came out from Boucherville.
Bango finally gets the first basket in for her. And 38 seconds left, 5-point lead for the Cavaliers. Hebert. Here's Puma. Puma in. And she bamboozled her way through. Body shape was perfect on that finish by her.
Great kick from Hebert to Puma. Puma did a little hesitation. A nice layup for her to build her confidence. One shot here.
Shot clock is off. And Vanier trying to get this down to perhaps 4, if not 5 points. Bango. And that might have been one pass too many, and this remains Vanier ball with 5 left on the game clock.
Definitely there, Mo. Like that pass, like, and Becko's a score. Just go up and get that hoop there. That pass was with close quarters right there.
A congestion of the bodies on the paint line. And Mulkenny can't finish that rebound. Right back to the Cavaliers. Last roll of the dice. Hebert. And that is off the mark. And at the end of the first quarter, it is Champlain 15, Vanier 8. You're watching the Cavaliers on Cavs TV. Stay tuned from South Shore, Quebec. Welcome back here, Sean Oliver, Mo Khan. Vanier looking for another famous road win here from South Shore, Quebec. They're down by 7. Sean, what's the key for the Cheetahs to get back in this game down by a touchdown?
Well, I sound like a broken record, but I'll start with the defense. They got to play better defense, better transition defense, and also try to hit that 3 ball. That's their game. That's going to be their magic elixir to knock out Champlain out of this game.
Here's Bengo on the twist and turn. And gets point number 4. And for the Cavaliers, what's the key for them? They're now up by 5.
Smart play by Coach Rene. Put him in Bengo in the post. Make sure they got some plays there. Oh.
And Chaya will be called for the foul on Ferratin, and this will be the first team foul of this quarter play. And for Chaya, that's her first personal of the game with 9:40 left in this first half.
I think for Champlain, they got to watch out defensively. If they're going to go post up and back all the time, they may have to come and double team because she's a handful.
Ferratin, Ferron out there again, and Hebert to the wing. So the Cavaliers going with their bench play for the start of the second quarter play. Beaulieu. And the telepathy with Beaulieu and Hebert was not on the same wavelength.
Yeah, like when you pass that ball, the passer's kind of at the mercy. You're trying to do a backdoor cut there.
9:24 left in this first half of play. And the Cheetahs are on a 10-8 run since the timeout when they were down 7. And this will be saved back to Goudreau and the veteran quarterback, cornerback, you name it. She does it all for the Cheetahs and for the Cavaliers especially. Back out it comes. Here is Hebert. Beaulieu. Again, a bit of a twitchy moment here for the Cavaliers trying to get around the Cheetahs defending. Ferratin in the paint. Too strong for her. Rebounded by Bengo.
Great take by...
And Bengo will go up and over. And the rebound right back over to... Saved by the Cheetahs, a new 14. Chaya, kick out. Augustin caught in two minds, and we go back the other way.
They caught her this time, because last time there was a travel. This time they caught the travel there on Augustin. Augustin just got to take her time, do a pump fake, and go to the rim there.
And with that, 8:36 left here, Sean Oliver, Mo Khan on this Friday night. And right now for the Cavaliers, they've been in turbulence right now, trying to extend this lead of 5. Could have been more, but right now they're still stuck at a 5-point lead.
Should be more.
Goudreau can't make it more. Rebounded by Augustin. Another one and done for the Cavaliers. The Cheetahs are on the go. Bengo walled off by a White. Lovely first move. And the pass was there, but Mukendi was caught in two minds. And here come the Cavaliers the other way. Hebert, post play. And the finish by Renee, and they're back up.
That is textbook play. Rim run, seal your player, get the ball down low. That's great. Coach Ramos dreams about that play all the time.
Chaya again. Going around, finding Mukendi. First step, two-step, shoulder in, and shoulder confirms the 2-point convert, 5-point lead.
That was kind of like, that was an offensive foul, but they didn't call, but I think they'll get her next time.
Mukendi had 8 rebounds against St. Foss, shooting 30% from the field. She was 100% on that shot. Another teardrop by Goudreau, not that time. Rebound Mukendi, they're down by 5.
Yeah, Kami was a little unlucky right there. Nice take. Foul.
And that time will be called for the foul. And things getting a bit frustrated. And this, Sean, does this play into Vanier's hands of a mucky game that's been muddied, and the fact that Champlain can't run and gun, and Vanier's kind of slowed it down and really gone to the chiseling of the ball inside the paint?
Exactly, Mo. Like, that's what I was thinking right away. Like, this game is only a 5-point game. They're still in the game. If I'm Champlain, I'm feeling kind of uneasy. I should be up like at least 10, 12 points right now.
Augustin, strong. And that is going to be Vanier ball with 14 left on the shot clock.
Because I'm not sure Champlain has the offensive firepower to just blow out a team, but at the same time, you don't want the game to be too close.
Thorne back in the second quarter play. Augustin, Thorne. And here's the long three. Punched away, out of bounds, and this will be Champlain ball as Hio missed that 3-point shot for the Cheetahs.
I'm not sure either team has hit a 3 in this game right now, Mo.
I don't think they've had 3s so far. Unfortunately, not the stats yet, but both teams have not hit 3s in this first half of play.
And that's kind of rarity nowadays in the game.
Strong first step and a stronger defending by the Cheetahs. And you talk about this 3-point shooting here for both teams here. Think about it this way, Sean. Champlain was 0 for 17 in the Week 1 loss to Lennoxville. Meanwhile, for the Cheetahs, they went 11 of 33 against Austin in the last 2 games, 10 of 47.
Yeah, so it's a big. That's going to be Champlain's Achilles heel. Do they have enough 3-point shooting? In the past, they had shooters like El Dunn, the girl that went to Utah State.
Today,
Skelton, right? They had shooters. And it's like I saw Mary-Lou St. Pierre this year.
I'll tell you this. I seen this shooting disparity only once. Nick Sherreri last year against John Abbott when he went 4 of 20.
Wow.
And back out it comes. Here's a long 3. Thorne missing that one, rebounded by Renee, and she will to secure that ball back over to Goudreau.
Champlain's hoping here that they can put this up to a double-digit lead here.
Kick out again, a long 3. Off the heel, missed by Hebert, rebound Renee. She's a magnet for rebounds. Goudreau, spicy pass. Better defending by the Cheetahs.
Felt like there was a foul, but it was all ball there.
Isidore back on the controls. Thorne. Augustin crossing over with the left and in. Smooth, serene, composed. The battle of wits, she comes up with the best shot.
Augustin is just a smooth player, a smooth operator in the court.
And that ball is sent towards the St. Lawrence River. And because of the geography of where the ball went out of bounds, Vannie's going to get fabulous possession on this next sequence coming up.
Yeah, that was tough for Coach Germanos was hoping that she could stop the ball, but that was a fastball. That was sort of like a Major League Baseball game there. Like, it was a fastball, like, you're not going to catch that ball.
That's like a ball that went over home plate from right field.
Yes.
And here is a shot from the first base, no good. Second by the cherry, denied by Renee. This will be a foul called with 5:40 left. And that's a travel, I beg your pardon, so this is going back to the Cavaliers. So Champlain just trying to get themselves back on steady ground here. Think about it this way, Sean. They've only scored 10 points since the midway of the first quarter.
True.
We're now midway through the second quarter.
And this totally favors.
Well read again. And here come the Cheetahs for the breakaway. Renee on the block. No call, we go. And it seems like, Sean, that the calls have been non-existent for both sides of the fence here for Vanier and the Cavaliers.
That was a total miss right there. Coach Germanos not happy in the sense that was a bad pass by Kemi Goudreau. And on the other side, Coach Frank is really happy because his player got hacked.
Timeout call. Stay tuned here from Champlain. It's Cavs 19, Cheetahs 14. Hold up. Welcome back here. Sean Oliver, Mo Khan. 5:26 left in this first half of play. Still in the balance right now. Champlain up by 5, but Vannie's still lurking. They're definitely in the rear view mirror of the Champlain automobile.
Now this is a bad start for Champlain also. You're only up 5, you should be up 12, even 20 points right now the way that Vannie's playing.
Well, Champlain has not scored more than 60 in a game so far this season. Cutting, going, short on that play from Bellon. Rebounded right back to the Cheetahs, and now here they come, trying to pick up the verb and have the swagger with Bengal leading the charge on the Euro. And this will be a foul on the Cavaliers, and free throws for Bengal coming up.
For Champlain, that's not really good because what happened is the refs obviously missed a foul, so now they're going to be over and they're going to call almost any type of contact. Like that one was like a Euro step. The reserve foul was marginal, but they're going to call everything now.
Bengal so far this year has led the team in scoring twice, had 22 and 18. Shooting 42% from the field. And Bengal this year at the line is a 77% free throw shooter. And about to come back in is Hebert for the Cavaliers.
Right now, Vanier's not doing themselves any favor to get to the free throw line. They're not cashing in. But for them, it should be only like a 4-point lead right now for Champlain. Or 5.
And it appears that Goudreau blew a tire on the foul by Augustin. And this will be the 13th foul for the Cheetahs in this first half of action, second quarter play.
I think this was more on Isidore, the foul right there. Number 4. Or maybe,
Isidore, I beg your pardon. Yes, you're correct on that one. Isidore foul.
Coach really can't be happy about that. That's not good defense.
Goudreau repelled away. She thought she had the seam, and she saw nothing but a red wall. Bengal back with it, down by 2 scores for 3. Nylon, big 3 for Isidore, shooting 36% from long range, and that is to open it up. She had a career high 35 earlier this season.
Yeah, right now the turnovers are creeping up on Champlain right now. They're playing a little bit too fast. It's only a 1-point lead now. Now it's not the game that Coach Germanos wants to have right now.
Well, right now he's fallen into the trap of the Vanier game plan, and right now it's played to a perfect second quarter road game for Frank Renee's Cheetahs.
Definitely. I don't think that you wanted to start like this, Coach Renee, but hey, it's a start. It's how they want, how the game is right now. You see the momentum has changed. The red machine is on fire now. Vanier is rolling. That's the momentum.
You know, winter has arrived, so the car took a while to warm up, but now they are revving down the highway.
They found their game from Saint-Foy there, Mo.
And right now, you're talking about Isidore. She had 35 against Dawson, which was a career high in the league and for a career. As she gets going, that might be problems for the Cheetahs and for the Cavaliers especially.
Good defense right there for Ibar. The ball was kicked out of bounds by Mbeko there.
And right now, the Cavs have led wire to wire and are in a threatening position from the Cheetahs to be trailing if they don't score in this next play. Hebert watched by Thorne. Eyeball to eyeball, looking for the pivot with the left, and that is off the mark again for the Cavaliers, south of 4.
Hebert is their player, but you can't go 1-on-5.
Here's Bengo, and she is fouled, and a chance to tie and give the Cheetahs the lead for the first time today.
This is going to be a big boost for the morale of Vanier. The way they started this game to be up at a certain point in this game in the first half is going to be a big deal for them.
Right now, there's been no intimidation from them. They were not sizzling the first 6 minutes of play, but now they're starting to find their verve in this matchup here, and they're starting to pencil sketch their way into this game here, Sean, where they've grinded back and they're tied at 19, and now Bengo puts them up for the first time today with 3:52 left in this first half.
Yeah, and I'll add to this that Champlain hasn't scored in a while. It feels like they haven't scored in 4 minutes.
Renee Hebert. Renee post play against Martel, size mismatch, and you see she's a one-man wrecking crew for the Cavaliers.
She brought up the ball, ducked in, got the hoop. Maybe that can help Champlain get off the schneid right now because they haven't scored in a while.
Bengo, the creator of chaos, and you see why she is that, and she puts the Cheetahs back up by 1.
Now she put Baylons can't cover. That's a first-year player against a third-year player right there.
Zagatani will go for a ride. Renee on the rebound, right back over to the Cheetahs, and here comes Isadol in transition. Augustin, switch of play. Could they extend this lead by more than 1 for the Cheetahs? Augustin looking for the high-low. She's got space, and she will finish that in for 2. And now all of a sudden, Sean, it's a 24-15 run for the Cheetahs in this first half.
No, definitely. Like they're beating off the dribble right now, Vanier. They're getting to and there's no resistance on the back end right now.
The press fest is non-existent right now.
Yep.
And Puma comes back in, and for George Mouse, halftime cannot come any sooner because they're down by 3, the biggest lead for the Cheetahs in this first half.
No, definitely there. And a lot of first-year players on defense, so they're not really sure what they're supposed to do on defense.
For the tie. Incomplete on that. Rebounded by Augustin. And a chance for the Cheetahs to extend this lead. Again, they won here about 18 months ago. And they'll let them get back in that winning track again. The twist and turn. Fleuretin, the cleanup.
Chapeau got really lucky there.
Yeah, they're just trying to get out of the cobwebs that they've been through. Renee denied again, and you start to see the confidence and arrogance show up here for the Cheetahs.
Yeah, you see it. The momentum's changed.
Bengo, and they're back up to a 5-point lead. 2:10 left in this first half. Renee on the 1-up and 1.
Well, it was about time that Champlain gets a call there because there was a lot of contact on the last play, and they're playing them pretty tough. I think the game's been pretty unevenly called right now. I think that maybe even the refs got to reset themselves in the game right now.
Well, right now, this game has been no short of drama. There's some lapse of concentration initially by Vanier to start off the game, and now Champlain's had their lapse of concentration, but if Renee can hit this free throw, get this down to 2, and that's been a symptomatic issue for the Cavaliers. It's free throw shooting this year, only 60%. Stolen ball, Puma, extra pass, Goudreau, and they punish him on the mistake down by 1.
Great steal by Puma, great passing around the Eba to Goudreau. It's a 1-point lead now.
Special defense. Chai gets around Goudreau. Augustin around Puma. Open space, Martel from the 45. Off the iron, rebound Puma. And now she's trapped, looking for an outlet. Roll it towards Hebert, 2-on-1 for the Cavaliers. Goudreau to the left. Champlain back up by 1. Timeout called by Frank Rene. 1:28 left in this first half. And quite the swing of emotions in 2 blinks of the eye. Champlain now up by 1.
Yeah, now they got some momentum. We got some momentum now. They didn't play too well in the beginning. Vanier, but now they're back into the game. Now even the crowd is into the game. So the ball has energy. They're playing good defense on Vanier. Champlain is still that offense. Like I said, bro, they don't have a lot of three-point shooting. They don't have a lot of offensive spurt this year, maybe.
And that's the thing now for the firepower. In years past, Champlain would be averaging about 80 points a game, somewhere around that point. It's the reverse this year. The Cheetahs are hitting about 65 points per game.
Yep.
Does it benefit the Cavaliers if they get into a run and gun with the Cheetahs because they got a bit more firepower right now that's more established than Champlain does?
No, I don't want. If I'm Champlain, I don't want to get into a run and gun because I don't think I can. This team could have maxed out at 65 points, but then you could go up to 80. They got to lock down on the defensive side to shut them down. Right now, it's being way too easy for Vanier when they go. They beat the playoff one off the dribble, and there's no resistance on the back line.
That's the voice of Sean Oliver. This is Mo Khan. Quite the storm of emotions in this game. Vanier went on a run, and now it's Champlain's turn. At 1:28 left here, who's got momentum going towards the halftime?
It's hard to say right now. Like Dawson I keep on saying that, but Vanier's playing really well. So I feel like Vanier has good momentum right now. They're confident. They haven't hit a 3 yet. Mbeko has found their game right now.
And we'll see how this plays out with a minute 24 left in this first half of play. Here is
she's going to post out
Martel. Bengo. On the byline they go. Not the most convincing shot by Vanier, and it's still in Cheetah's possession. Martel in. Another miss for her, and this will go out of bounds. It's Champlain ball, 1:06 left in this first half.
Percival was really lucky there. She should have got that ball, not to let it go out. Don't leave it in the hands of the refs. See what I said? Get the ball.
Unforced error by the Cavaliers.
Yep.
And it goes back to Vanier with 1:06 left and 14 left on the shot clock for the Cheetahs. And the quick hands by Vanier and the quicker hands by Champlain, and back over to the Cavs it goes. Goudreau will slow it down with a minute left in this first half. Here is Goudreau. Post play, Rene from the elbow. Looking for the cutter and finds Goudreau on the flats. And she goes up, and that was too strong, rebounded back by the Cheetahs.
I think that play, that's where Goudreau should have used the backboard right there. It's a tough shot, a runner.
Bengo again. And they want to back it up here. 34 seconds left in this first half of play. Martel. Augustin in, 28 seconds left. And she bamboozled Puma on that finish, and they're back up by 1.
She has a lot of... Augustin is a smooth operator with the ball. It felt like that was a carry there.
Goudreau, Funny Rene. Their Champlain teammates and the Binghamton teammates going down to the NCAA next season.
Now you're going to see a lot of that at Binghamton. So now 5 seconds left in the game.
For the lead. And at the end of the first half, it's the Cavaliers 29, Vanier 28. Stay tuned here from St-Lambert. Good game. Second half coming up here. 20 down, 20 to go.
1, 2, 1, 2. Doesn't help that I'm deaf in one ear.
Oh. Test 1, 2, 3. Because the thing is, I can't hear myself, right? And that's the only thing we see.
I can't even hear you right now.
Yeah, because we're seeing more juice in the headset.
Yeah.
This is fine. That's no problem, right?
Yeah.
We're just trying to figure out how to get more juice in the headset so we can hear each other.
Because I started like 8 minutes late. Because I've never done this. And I don't have a spotter.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Nothing? No? No.
Nothing. Not this game.
That's the headphone return. Testing 1, 2. Those are yours, I think. Yeah. Sorry. Testing 1, 2. How's that?
Yeah, that's a bit better.
Okay. This is it here. This is it here.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's it. There you go. That's what we need. That's what we needed.
Yeah.
That's much better. Excellent.
Okay.
Sean, we figured it out.
So when this is down, you're not going to hear anything? Yeah. If we keep it around there.
Yeah.
How's that? Is that
That's
better?
much better. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we keep it. Yeah. How's that? Yeah.
That's the main switch.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. That's much better.
Okay.
Yeah. Sean,
But it's not a perfect setup, but
it's better than before. That's
yeah.
for sure,
We'll try to.
Oh, this is much better. Now we can hear each other. We're going to hear each other now. Yeah. So, excellent. Thanks, Vince.
Yeah, no problem.
Welcome back here to Champlain. Sean Oliver, Mocon, we can hear each other now?
Perfectly.
That's perfect here. We're back. I can hear your voice clearly. We apologize for the technical difficulty here. All right, Sean, we get ready for the second half, and the first half was a tale of two halves. It was all Champlain the first 8 minutes or so, and in the middle portion of this first half, it was all Vanier, and then late, the Cavaliers pulled off a couple of smash or grab moves and got themselves a 1-point lead. First 3 minutes of this quarter, it's important for Vanier or for Champlain because Vanier had a slow start coming out of the blocks.
I think it's more important for Champlain right now because they gotta find their momentum. Like, they should be up by way more. They're only up by 1 right now. This is a close game. Vanier's been able to muck it up. So I think this first 3 minutes is trying to reassert their dominance that they have over Vanier. Right now, Vanier has a lot of confidence going into this
back with second half. Back with it is Rene looking for the cutter, and Goudreau hard to the ground as Bengo and Goudreau, the two alphas, collided in midair, and this will now bring it back towards a foul against the Cheetahs.
Yeah, Vanier is like, you can see that they have more confidence right now. They found their game since they left St. Foy, and now it's a dangerous, it's a wounded animal. They're trying to get that second win of the season right now.
Hebert in the paint. Another whistle, another foul, and this is going to be on Asia Thorne. So 2 quick fouls in the first 20 seconds of play in this third quarter of action.
And I would say also, I hate to say this, but the reffing has been uneven also. There's been a lot of contact in the game right now.
Not much industry in this game yet. A lot of stop and go in this first half into the second half of action. Goudreau watched by and Rene. Open space and the quick hands from Thorne. We go the other way, back over. So a real disjointed 30 seconds for Vanier and Champlain on that one possession.
But great defense by Thorne by digging in, getting the strip, and having the ball go off us. So Rene right there.
Bengo back with it, and now watched closely by Hebert. Bengo trying to find the outlet. Here is the long-range shot. That's off the mark, and a wrestle occurs. Missed by Mukendi, and here come the Cavaliers 3-on-2. It is Goudreau, and maybe that pass was the wrong option, and away come the Cheetahs with a chance to retake the lead once more. For 3 in the lead. Splash going through Isidore, and she has had 11 threes this season for the Cheetahs.
Yeah, she's a shooter. I think she's from St-Lambert. She's got to be on their scouting report, so that's her second 3 of the game. So now they're up 2 threes on Champlain. Champlain hasn't hit any 3s right as of yet.
High-low opening. This is their play, and they hit it perfectly from Rene to Hebert.
That's great. Coach Dramanos has to be happy about it. They just ran their set. Didn't have to do too much. Ran their set and got a nice back door.
And that is the template that they wanted to employ with the high-low stuff. And they're back to a parity at 31 apiece. Isidore on her left. Finger roll is smooth. And now she's becoming a problem as she's harvested a few points so far in this game. Rene, she's the queen of harvesting for the Cavaliers. And we're back to a tie game.
Mukondik, that's bad transition defensive run for Coach Rene. I'm not happy. But they're hitting. There's a lot of contact down low.
Looping around. Augustin. And now you're seeing the Cheetahs go shot for shot with the Cavaliers in this second half.
You got Augustin and Isidore and and Bongo. To be honest, they're great creators off the dribble. It's gonna be a tough defense for Champlain.
Hebert. 6 left in the shot clock for the Cavaliers. They're gonna play it down. Hebert, will she be the one to pull the trigger? She does, but it was off the mark.
She had an open shot there.
Bengo back with it. Bengo around Goudreau. And that's high off the window. A rebound for the Cheetahs. A new 14 for Mukendi and the Cheetahs. Thorne 3.
Thorne got that ball. She was no doubt she wanted to shoot it. She's like, hey, I'm open. I haven't shot in a while. Let me take it.
And the glory was not there. And now the Cheetahs are back on their heels a bit with Goudreau on her toes. And a quick pass with Thorne. And she got that DNA from her father. And that creates chaos and a jump ball arrow with 7:04 left in this third quarter play as Saint-Lambert along with Préval comes in, and back in is Martel along with Hayol for the Cheetahs.
Great energy that was given by Thorne. They're more greedy. They're the first to the ball. That's not a good sign for Champlain right now, Mo.
And the Cavaliers right now trying to figure out what to do as the Cheetahs have been asking questions of the Cavaliers of late. Isidore has been the hot hand, the flamethrower. She's zone Brown now coming in. Traffic in for 2, and they're back up by 4.
That was a great take by her. Great move. I'm telling you, there's more confidence. The ball has energy. The whole team, you can hear the bench.
And just like the first half where Vanier was slow out of the blocks, the Cheetahs have been the opposite in this third quarter play. They are flying out of the blocks, up by 4. Renee. And that time, it's a big play for her. The fluidity is second to none for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Renee, like, hey, all right, let's play big ball. We're playing big ball basketball right now. There's a lot of talking down low. You don't see that often. Usually just three-point shooters, but now it's like in post, there's a battle. So there's a foul being called there. It's getting... Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. She knows.
That will be a foul on Renee. Not happy about that. And we talk about the shooting so far this year. Vanny's number 3 at 345 per game. The Cavaliers number 5 at 337 per game. Both teams can shoot the ball well, and maybe we'll see a better display in the second half. Bengo. Walled off by Renee, and here come the Cavaliers. If they got numbers ahead, a 5-on-3 to work with. And that is well defended by Isidore, as Flagataing was caught in 2 mind, and we go back to the way.
See, that's what I'm saying. The ref has been very inconsistent because that was called in the first half as a hand check, and that's the same play right there. That's what I'm saying. It's been very inconsistent.
Well, again, it's unscripted poetry.
Yeah,
think about it right there.
Yeah.
And with 5:48 left in this third quarter play, the Cheetahs, Louisma, scoring the last basket for the Cheetahs. Here's Bengo. First step strong, and she will go to the free throw line, and that's positive basketball being reinforced by Frank Renee's troops.
I feel like Mbeko could always go to the rim whenever she wants. I think she's just slowing it down, but she should be way more aggressive. This is her 3rd year, and she is oozing her talent. Like, what? I think she's averaging 20 points.
Bengo this year is hitting about 20 points exactly. Yeah. You are on the mark right there.
So, like, I think she could take any of Champlain's girls off the dribble. It's just like, okay, it's in the confine of the offense, but she has to, got to get more aggressive.
Bengo 2 for 2, and now they're up by 4, that is, with 5:34 left in this third quarter play. Look at that. Quick hands again. Those telescopic arms have been problematic, taking away the passing lanes for the Cheetahs. Bengo. She's starting to fizz. Martel from the center arc. Off the heel, rebound, right back to Champlain. And we have a bit of arm wrestling going on. And you see the industry from the Cheetahs presenting themselves a free possession off that foul by the Cavaliers.
Yep, so they got Renee on the foul right there. They got Renee on the holding or the push.
And that's her 3rd personal. So how much time did she spend on the bench here, Sean, given that they're down by 4?
The full quarter. So I'm sorry, but the full quarter, they have a plethora of bigs, so you gotta use all that. You gotta use your depth.
Remains Vanier ball, and with 10 left in the shot clock, 5:08 left. Sean Oliver, Mocon, our first broadcast of the year.
Yep.
We got men's coming up at 8:30, then Sunday afternoon, Trois-Rivières in Champlain. But right now the focus is on this game here. Champlain 2-1, Vanier 1-2. But again, this could be a turning moment here for the Cheetahs if they come away with a famous road win at Champlain. The 3. Rebound right back over to the Cheetahs again, a new 14 for them. Back out to Augustin, 6 left in the shot clock. In, looking, and she might have had a bit of issue in the geography where she was in the heat map.
Yeah, she lost control of the ball, but it was a good penetration. Like, that's going to bear fruit later on in the game. Like, Augustin, they can't stop off the dribble.
Cautious defense, and well defended by the Cheetahs. And it feels like now, Sean, there is a red wall that the Cavaliers cannot chisel their way out of because they've not had a clean possession deep in their territory since the opening 30 seconds of play.
Yeah, they're sort of like they're in an escape room. They can't find the clues and they don't know how to get out. They can't find the doors right now. I hear what you're saying.
There's no latch in those doors. And right now the Cavaliers are trying to figure out the exit options to work with on this possession. Goudreau. Hebert. She's been quiet so far. Watched by Chaya. 6 left in the shot clock for the Cavaliers. Here's Goudreau on the pick. And that ball was well read by the Cheetahs. And away they go the other way. Transition 3 from Martel. bow and arrow online, and they're up by a touchdown of 7 on the Cavaliers. And Champlain wobbly at the knees. Vanier coming up with a flurry of punches in this third quarter play.
We're gonna find out a lot about Champlain right now. They don't have their top player in there. They're down by 7. They haven't hit a 3 ball right now, so it's not looking that good right now. And then Champlain's got to bring in some bench players, first-year players. So it's really a crucial point right now. This could be they could blow this game out right now, Vanier.
The fragility of this matchup right now for the Cheetahs, having the Cavaliers on the ropes, is massive now for Champlain to get off the ropes. Puma back in the game for the Cavaliers against the Cheetahs. 6 left in the shot clock for the Cavaliers. Here's Beaulieu. Strong Beaulieu, and it was a cul-de-sac. Vanier is trying to really verve the Fizz, not being contained by the Cavaliers, and what? And just like that, up by 9 with 3:48 left in this third quarter play.
Yeah, it might be a good time to just call a timeout and regroup a little bit.
Because all smiles on the Cheetah's body expression and its frowns on the Cavaliers side of the expression.
And like I said, like Champlain should have been up a little bit more when Vanier was trying to fight their sea legs and they were really sluggish. Right now, Champlain's having a hard time scoring, and they have a lot of rookie players or second-year players on the court right now.
Puma did not play last year, so essentially a rookie in her second year. And a big response coming from Beaulieu.
That's a great take by Beaulieu there. First-year player just brought her in the phone book and just went power up there.
8-point lead for the Cheetahs. Backing in, the turn, the twist, in for 2. Miranda Hayol with the finish in the back up 10 with 3:15 left in this third quarter play.
That was a great move there. But that's
Goudreau can't buy a bucket. Beaulieu can't get the bucket. And this remains Champlain ball, 13 left in the shot clock. As Hebert will come back in, and also coming back in is Louisma for the...
Coach Jermos is close to getting a technical foul right now. There's a couple...
And then push on the layup.
He's trying to get the refs to call something here. I think there's going to be a warning or a technical foul soon.
Well, the taskmaster referees might give a warning, as you said. And here's quick hands again. Hebert saves it. Hebert in. Hebert another rebound, and they'll get a new 14 again, south of 3 in this quarter of play. Bellon, 6 left. Not much ingenuity from the Cavaliers on this possession. And there is a stolen ball. Bellon, breakaway.
Oh, no.
And caught in 2 minds. Rebounded by Puma. A new 14 for the Cavaliers.
I didn't like that from Bellon. That's a left-hand layup. That's what you practice all the time there.
Here is Puma in for 2, and a big 2-pointer for her. And the Cavaliers are down by 8, and they redeemed themselves off the miscue from Bellon.
Yes. They got lucky right there. Now can their defense show up right now?
Chaya's 3. Rebound right back to Chaya. Part 2, finger roll. And here goes Hebert the other way with 2 minutes left in this third quarter play.
They're on 4 right now. There's nobody. Players are tired on Vanier right now.
A little bit leggy are the Cheetahs. Need to hold serve for another 1:55 before the third quarter break. Bellon on the switch of play. Bellon in, whistle, foul, 150 left, and now put the Vanier Cheetahs at 14 fouls, 150 left in this quarter play.
That was just bad spacing right there. Percival came in while Ebal was penetrating, so there was no really gaps for her. She brought her defender there.
Good steal. Let's make it.
And with that, it'll be Champlain ball, new 14, 150 left in this third quarter. Goudreau quiet in this third period. Here's Puma, last 2 points, courtesy of here for the Cavaliers. 6 left in the shot clock for the Cavaliers. Goudreau in the jungle, and the finish coming in for Roycroft. Seen action in 3 games, has 4 offensive rebounds this year for the Cavaliers.
Roycroft is just a glue player, a good connector on the court there. Good defense.
Rebound right back over to the Cavaliers. And the Champlain Cavaliers looking for another strong finish as they had at the end of the first half. Goudreau, the pirouette, denied. Back out it goes. Puma's 3. Off the iron, rebounded right back over to the hands of Martinez Harewood, and they're going to calm it down with a minute left in this third quarter play.
That's a good shot by Puma right there. Open shot. But now
we're staying with the Euro. And a first-class finish on that. And they're back up by 8.
Augustine has those moves, like a smooth operation. She knows how to use her passes there.
And that pass with the Joe is not in her book. Champlain, again, 22 turnovers per game. They had 23 against St. Paul on the win here. But right now, every turnover by the Cavaliers could be costly in a tight game against the Cheetahs.
Oh, definitely there. That was a careless pass right there. There was no need for that pass right there.
And back with it is Ava Martinez-Harewood. Remember, this is a very deep Vanier team of experience. And here's reason A. And she will go to the line and bingo for the Cheetahs.
That was a great play called by Coach Frank there. It was like a horn set, but they cleared out the left side, the right side right there. So she just had to just go rip through and go to the rim right there. A great set right there by Frank there.
Bingo right now hitting the first miss. You talk about the masterpiece that she is. She is definitely the ringmaster for this operation for the Cheetahs offense. 1 of 2, they're now back up by 9. 33 seconds left, Sean. How important is this possession for the Cavaliers to kind of end it on a strong note? And that was nearly a disastrous play for Gaudreau again.
That wasn't great. That wasn't a great pass. Like Coach had already told her, watch those cross passes, and then another cross pass right there. You just got to be more locked in.
And guys laid out the trap, and they punished the Cavaliers on that.
Yep.
Martinez Harewood, they are starting to really pick up the fluidity. They have a little pogo step going right now for 3. Bullseye! Coming up through is Hayola again. Her first 3 of the season, and now they're back up by 12. Trapped along the baseline. And Roycroft at the end of 3. Exuberance, confidence, arrogance for the Cheetahs. And right now, it's the Cavaliers who are disjointed going towards quarter number 4. Stay tuned here. Vanier 53, Champlain 41. Welcome back here, Sean Oliver, Mo Khan on this soon-to-be freezing rain weekend. And right now, the Cavaliers' car is skating on the highway, and they've had no brakes right now. And they've had guardrails just keeping them on the skid. And meanwhile, for the Cheetahs, they've been skating along this ice storm, and they're up by 12 here. What's the key now for the Cavaliers to get back in this game going towards the fourth quarter?
We're just trying to find their offense right now. And having Sophie Lene back on the court, that's going to be really helpful. And try to limit their turnovers. On Vanier's side, the flip side, they've hit in their 3 ball, so they're feeling really good. You saw how they ended that call. They ended the quarter there. The bench is all riled up. They're feeling good. They got that momentum. So right now, Champlain is really fragile.
And right now, Champlain will have to figure out how to get out of this fragile moment here, because as we speak now, they've been forensically dissected by the Cheetahs at both ends of the courts. And all eyes might be on the number 9 shirt for the Cavaliers and Camille Goudreau and how she plays this fourth quarter, because it's not been serene for her so far in the second half. And here she is on possession. Hébert. Florentin now back with it. Renee back in, and you figure she will go the distance the rest of the way. They got exposed when she was on the bench. High-low again. And again, the trap laid out by the Cheetahs, and they pick it off, and that's swatted away by Bellon. One-on-one, bounce pass, better play, and the finish not there for Goudreau off the pass from Bellon.
That's a second good steal from Bellon. They just can't finish there.
And Thorne is in a marché mode, and this will go the other way, back over to the Cavaliers.
But Champlain can't miss those type of plays right there. There was a nice drop-off by Bellon. Should have been an easy layup by Goudreau. So right now, the senior's having a hard time in this game. Can she find her legs before the game is over?
The conductor-in-chief has not found anything yet in this second half. Champlain down by 12 at home. Goudreau backing up. Renee on the center arc. Everyone below the free throw line for the Cavaliers. Renee will take it herself. 5 left in the shot clock. Renee too strong. Boxed out. Goudreau, a new 14. And back to Hébert for 3. Off the heel. Rebound again for the Cavaliers. They've not hit a 3 yet so far in this ball game. Bellon erratic, and they got exposed.
Yeah, like a lot of good offensive rebound. An open 3-point shot. Still no hoop. Still down by 12.
And right now, there's been no element of regeneration for the Cavaliers offense in the second half.
Same play that they ran last time. They screen. They got a
Bango in, and she's fouled. And for Bango, she's really created a lot of fouls off of the dribble, attacking the rim, and that's the reason why Vanny's been up, because of her ability to really open up the court for her teammates.
Now she's a bucket getter, right? So it's really got to put a lot of eyes on her, 10 eyes on her. And Coach Renee's running some good offensive sets, so she could be isolating and can attack, sort of like how Carmelo would do, right?
And with that, 8:34 left in this fourth quarter play. It's been a firecracker of a game, and it's been fireworks for the Cheetahs in the second half. Starting to pick up the guile, starting to pick up the confidence are the Cheetahs. Bango. Hard knock. Strong play. And that is going to be rebounded by the Cavaliers, and that could have been a shot clock violation.
Definitely. And it's getting physical out there, but like I said, like it's been uneven because of the refs.
Florentin. Rebound. Goudreau. And the Cavaliers cannot buy a bucket at all on this end of the court, and there's a jump ball arrow, and the possession towards the Cheetahs, I believe, going the other way.
I don't remember last time in this game a call was made for us under the basket. I don't remember. And all I'm seeing is that's a butchery right now. Okay? For what? Number 21 here, take the foul.
And right now you can see that Germanos is not happy about what's going on. Trying to politic the referees.
She faked the foul.
So they're saying that the ref is saying that there was a fake a foul there.
And you can see the fans with the pantomime reaction as well towards the officiating in this game. 8 minutes left in this fourth quarter play. Martel back with it. This would be a statement win for the Cheetahs if they come away with the goods. Their next game, Sunday at home to Momo. Rebound back to the Cheetahs. A new 14. Bango will fast this shot. And a rebound right back over to the Cavaliers. And here is Bellon back over to Florentin.
Like a good box out by Vanier, but there's a lot of contact here.
Florentin in. Well defended by the Cheetahs again. 7:30 left. And here is Augustin for Renee back, and that was a wild shot from Augustin.
Yeah, that was not a good take by Augustin there. Like she really didn't try to get the layup. Charlie was trying to draw the foul, but for them it's 3 minutes down and still a 12-point lead.
Hébert, very quiet so far. She's been MIA in this game from the free throw line. And she still remains missing in action with 7:05 left in this fourth quarter. Augustin, switch of play, Martel, and you think now, Sean, with them still up by 12, no basket has been made by either side in this fourth quarter, that Vanier would like to squeeze the clock and the possession arrow that they have. And they do squeeze it now to go up by 14.
It's a 14-point lead, and right now Champlain doesn't have a 3 ball, and their offense is kind of like has deserted them right now.
There's no cutting edge at all from the offense from the Cavaliers, but there's been plenty of edge from the Cheetahs in this game. They have really come off the mat and have come up with a right hook that the Cavs have not recovered yet. And Flagate's fouled, and this will be the first team foul for the Cheetahs in this fourth quarter play with 6:30 left in this ball game.
Really disjointed right now for Champlain. Like, remember how the game started? Vanier hadn't scored like in the first 6 minutes. Right now, we're looking at Champlain right now. Haven't scored in the first almost 3 minutes and a half. It's 2-0 right now in this quarter. That said, that doesn't help them out. They're down 14. They need to score buckets.
Well, right now it's a rising flood for the Champlain boat, and they cannot clear any water. And it's a travel on the Cavaliers. And right now, timeout called by the Cavaliers. They're rocking on the heels. Champlain down by a score of 55-41. 6:26 left. Could he pull off the great escape? We'll find out here from St-Lambert. Welcome back here, Sean Oliver and Mo Khan. And right now, Sean, it's been a lack of trust and a lack of creativity for the Cavaliers. And meanwhile, for the Vanier Cheetahs, take away the first 5 minutes of the first quarter. This has been a near perfect road game for the team in red and white against the Cavaliers.
Definitely. Perfect start of the game. Not a good start for the game, but they got the momentum. You feel the ball has energy. Everybody feels good. People are playing. They're playing better defense right now.
And here comes Augustin. And right now they're just adding more gloss to this lead, up by 16. And the Cavaliers are rocking on the knees and don't know how to get out of this 8 counts.
I don't think it's been a while since I've seen Champlain get rocked like this at home.
Goudreau. Another rebound for the Cheetahs. South is 6. And for Frank Rene, against his cohort, his close colleague, repelled away by Rene, he would love to get another road win at St-Lambert. From the flats. Off the mark, rebound, right back over to the Cheetahs, a new 14 again. 5:35 left in this fourth quarter. Augustin, eyeball to eyeball with Goudreau, and she is fouled. And we'll go to the line. The flair and attacking ability of Augustin created that foul attempt for her.
And Champlain's really in trouble right now. Easy to say they're down 16, but they got guards, Vanier, that could really get to the 10, and Champlain doesn't have like some lockdown defenders right this early in the season right now. So it's really disjointed defensively, and you're down 16 points. And you're not shooting the 3 ball pretty well. You're not well. I don't think they hit a 3 again. Sort of like one against Lennoxville.
Well, right now, the Vanier Cheetahs have brought the St-Laurent heat. And they have definitely made things spicy for the Cavaliers to digest in this game. Another press. This will be a violation. It is a violation. And you saw the heat really be too much as the Cavaliers are sweating at the 5:30 mark of this fourth quarter.
Yeah, right now, Champlain's discombobulated. They're all out of sorts right now. A 5-second count from your second-year player. Goudreau's on the bench right now. They're out of sorts.
Augustin. Here's Martel for 3. Not that time. Rebound right back to Preval, and this will be over to Puma with 5:30 left in this ball game. It is go time for the Cavaliers. 5-on-4 advance for the moment. Hebert on the end line. Hebert denied again. Devouring those balls are the Cavaliers, getting the ball rejected by the Cheetahs. Preval's 3 no good. Another rebound. Going up strong, in for the 2. And they're down by 15.
Good take by Celeste there. The 3 almost went in. Got a nice 2-point, but
Augustin. Martel now in with the pivot move. Rebound right back to the Cavaliers. Again, Champlain will only have 48 hours less than that before they get 20 Val on Sunday at high noon. Cutting through, Puma. Can't get point 4 with 4:50 left, and that's been the story for the Cavaliers. Those easy at-the-cup layups has been non-existent for the Cheetahs today, for the Cavaliers today.
And the big issue for Champlain also is like they're not making any hay with Mboko, the best player of Vanier, on the bench.
Bango's on the bench. You're absolutely right about that, and that's a Marche on the Cheetahs. And the Mozart of football and Bango is coming back out there along with Asia Thorne. And this is a timeout call here as we're now in the final stage of this ball game. Vanier looking like they're going to be heading to win number 2 unless Champlain pulls off the comeback. Stay tuned. Welcome back here, Sean Oliver, Mo Khan. Talking point for the Cavaliers is the inability to make the baskets that is available to them. Meanwhile, for Vanier, their talking point is that they have been ruthless, they have been clinical, and they have been absolutely top point so far in this game against the Cheetahs, against the Cavaliers.
But also, I would say that Champlain, what let them down also, not only the 3-ball, but their defense. It's really porous right now.
And that'd be an understatement in that context. And that's another stolen ball by Asia Thorne. And those are the keys, those stolen balls that the Cheetahs have been able to create in this game against the Cavaliers.
And that really hurts. You call a timeout, you run your best play, and then you get the ball stolen just like that.
Bango. 4:08 left in this ball game. 8 left in the shot clock. Bango's on the go. Bango. And it's first class on that. And that is the heavy lifting done by her to put it up by 17, south of 4.
And that's the issue right now. Champlain doesn't have like that bucket getter right now early in the season, and then Bango is that bucket getter. Like she's looking for like MVP type season, like averaging 20 in the league right now.
She might be in that conversation. If there was an early MVP, she might be it. Renee, strong, too strong. And that might be it for the Cavaliers because they're down by 17 with less than 4 to go in this matchup.
Well, Vanier was able to muck it up, and the way the game's being called is you got to go strong, you got to fall on the ground, and they have to get some blood to get a foul in this game.
Well, hopefully there's no blood on the court.
Hopefully.
We don't want any of that on the court. Bango's 3. Out of bounds. But on the flip side, for Frank Renee, if they do hold on, and if it's a commanding win by the scoreline of maybe 17, if not more or less, that is a famous win away from Vanier to get at this point of the year, because remember, they lost to St. Jean opening night.
Yep.
You lost to St. Foy, another top contender. Had they lost to Champlain, Sean, they might have set this ship in a different direction at this point with Momo coming up for them on Sunday.
Definitely. That's why this win is a big get for Vanier right now.
Splash going through the first 3. It might be too little, too late. And this might be more of a consolation 3 for them.
Sorry, but that's for the next game. Like at least let's seen the ball go in. That's great for them. But a great play right here. I'm telling you, they're bringing.
Here's a 3 from the flats. Dagger in the hearts of the Cavaliers, and the Vanier Cheetahs are going to be 2-2 with 2-3 left in this ball game.
Yeah, even though we don't have the stats, I feel like it's seven threes for what's the name, Vanier, and only 1 for Champlain, right? So it's really hard to win a game when they're +6 on threes only. That's like 18 points on you.
And not only that, they talk about rebounding in these numbers here. Vanier was number 4 in the league at 40 rebounds per game. Champlain, number 2 in the conference at 45. But Vanier's gotten all those 50-50s in this game so far against the Cavaliers, which has been a key reason why they're going to win this game.
100%. All those 50-50s. They've been more aggressive. They've been way more aggressive in the game. And the beginning of the game, that's when Champlain should have knocked them out.
Augustin can't knock him out on that three. Rebounded by Hebert, who has been quiet.
Yep.
You talk about the game plan. Hebert was the top hitter, and right now she's been hitless.
What is this?
And back out it comes Hebert. Going up strong, and a whistle and a foul, and this will be 2 free throws coming up.
So right now, that's...
What's wrong with you? Didn't see it.
So right now, there's
You
a...
didn't see it.
It seems like Coach Jamel's trying to get a technical foul right now. But they've been missing a lot of calls, right? It's been tough. It's been a tough game for the refs and then Champlain.
Not a good day to be at the office if you're the Cavaliers today.
It's surreal. It's surreal.
And for Frank Rene, this will be a nice day.
Definitely, like it's been a while he hasn't taken one from Yoda.
And here's the thing right now, Sean, for the Cheetahs, it sets up well. They'll be 2-2.
Yep.
They beat Momo, they're 3-2. They go to Claudia at the end of the month. They could be on a 3-game winning streak and be 4-2 before the Christmas break in December.
They're playing well, right?
And Vanier wants a timeout, and that's a whistle, and that's a foul with 1:27 left in this fourth quarter play.
And I'll add also, there's a timeout.
And for the Cavaliers, bad news, they get Claudia on Sunday on a short rest day.
Yep.
Then they play back-to-back St. Jean and Dawson.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's going to be a tough one, right, for them. For Vanier on the flip side, it's really good because they played St. Jean. They only lost by, I think, by 10. They went to St. Foy, came back in that game. It was a close game towards the end. Now they beat Champlain. Like you said, their schedule gets softer throughout the next couple of games for them, so they can really go on a run, and they could be one of the better teams here. Because I'm really looking at this. St. Jean's looking really good. St. Jean's looking at their margins of victory that we're seeing right now in their games. They're looking that may be an undefeated season right now.
But again, not to jinx anyone as the number one seed.
But I want to jinx somebody.
The number one seed in this conference has been knocked down in the semifinals.
You're just talking stats. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything for St. Jean.
But that's the thing, right? They've been knocked out or they've not won Quebec, right?
Yeah.
Think about Last year, Champlain with the one seed, they got knocked out by Dawson. 2 years ago, Champlain beat St. Jean on the score for the Quebec title. 3 years ago, Champlain got knocked out, one seed. And then 4 years ago, Dawson,
I don't believe in. I don't believe in that. I don't believe it. It just happened. It just happened that basically the number one seed did not win. But if I'm St. Jean, I'm looking at this. It's looking pretty good right now. But it's early. It's only 4 games. Early days
right now.
There's no. You don't win a banner in November.
No, but if these wins go a long way for the playoff credit of where you rank in the seedings right there, because again, you get to that point where you want to, if you're going to be in the playing game on a Tuesday, you're going to have to play 3 in about 5 days to get to Dawson for Nationals. Rebound by Renee and 1, and she will go back to the line. Another thing to look at here is point differential.
Yeah, definitely.
Another thing is point differential, which could be a big thing here if they do have the same record at the end of the year.
And also, I think like the RSEQ is a little bit different than some other leagues. Even if you have the best record in the regular season, you don't get a home game. You play on a neutral site. The best thing that you get is that you only have to play 2 games, and you may get the late game to start off, right?
Right.
So some people like to play those 3 games, get that warm-up game, then you get to the semifinals, then you get to the finals. See what I'm saying, Mo?
Right. OCAA does a difference, and here comes a chance for the kill shot by Chaya. That's denied by Bellon. And another whistle, and that will be a foul the other way. But again, this excitement for the Cavaliers is coming a little too late at the end of this game.
Yeah.
As I was saying before, the OCAA, the way it works, whoever is the 1 seed at the end of the year would host the Final Four, men's and women's separately. Okay. And they reward the top seed with a chance to host the Final Four in their gym.
And that makes sense. Like, I understand what the RSEQ is trying to do, like trying to grow the game and try to have it a site. Every year it's on a rotation based on the alphabetical order and all that, but trying to reward, like you go, let's say St. Jean, they go undefeated, and you get no reward for that.
Right.
And you see the RSEQ for university, you got to beat the person. You got to beat Bishop at home.
That's right. Number 1 ranked team in Canada.
Yeah.
They'll be at McGill tomorrow.
Yep.
Pressure defense again from Champlain, but again with 1:06 left, the Cavaliers again trying to become more edgier, but a little too late.
Is this one of these type of games where very unlikely that Champlain will win this game? I guess the percentage would be less than 1%. But you got to finish it off like if I'm Vanier here. Just finish it off. Run that 24-second shot clock.
Chaya, a minute left in this ball game. Another whistle. Another foul. 57.8 left. And if it was football, the Cheetahs would take 3 knees and call it a day here. But unfortunately, they have to play out this ball game.
If I'm Champlain, I would foul right now. Get them to the line and just try to muck it up. Foul it. You have nothing to lose right now. You're down by 10. Foul right now.
Point differential, again, is key. They're down by 11 right now. It could come down to that. And a sky-high move by Louisma. She will go to the free throw line, taking her first free throws of the sequence.
I'm liking Louisma. I'm liking what Coach Rene has here. He has a gritty team. He has good point guards that can get to the team when they want. They just got to get some more experience. And they got maybe one of the best players in the league. Like, no disrespect to the girls in St. Jean. There's some players down there, the Moa and the big brother.
Is a special talent for the St. Jean Giants. She has been wonderful during the 3 years, 2.5 now years.
2.5 years, right?
Years.
So you had Demoen. No disrespect to their big down there. She's pretty good also.
Another whistle, and Hebert will be going to the line. 50.9 left. Again, crazier things have happened, but right now with the percentage points at 50 seconds left, up by 11, it would take a real smash and grab for the Cavaliers to pull off the ultimate
Yeah, and I don't
miracle.
think Coach Germanos is going to foul right away. So if they foul right away, maybe they can get there. But they have to hit free throws also. Like this all works if you hit your shots. You can't be missing any free throws.
A rare miss for Hebert. She's 85% for one this season.
Yeah.
And Champlain, remember, they shot 47% in the win over Momo last week. Pressure defense, and they will break the press. Mukendi. And the Cheetahs, another turnover by the Vanier visitors, and from Frank Rene's body expression, not happy about that. Another timeout called as they want to really slow down this game.
You know who's not happy about that also? The Vanier players, the Champlain players. They're like, can we start?
Can we start our warm-ups? Don't worry about that. It's all good. We start our warm-ups here.
Yeah, can we start our warm-ups?
And that's the one thing you look at now for these two teams here. Vanier, Champlain, there's always been a rivalry with the men's side. There's now a budding rivalry with the women's side because Frank Rene was the former second chair for George Germanos. He got one here about a year and a half, 2 years ago. He'll get this one here, and that will create a next level rivalry with these two teams going back and forth.
And definitely, like Vanier's, they've underperformed in the last couple of years. I felt like they should have got to like at least the Final Four. And I think this year is a good year for them. Like I'm looking at St. Jean, I'm looking at Vanier. St. Foy's looking good also.
And with that, we get ready for the final. Hopefully no more stoppages, final 30 seconds.
I doubt it. I don't think there's any more timeouts, so maybe we're pretty good. They're going to advance the ball.
Left. That's what Sean Oliver, Mocon, 38.6 left. Champlain on the ropes. They are about to be executed by the Cheetahs.
Executed, whoa.
In the way of the fastball scoreline, execution.
What happened?
And Germanos is trying to get the geography corrected.
Yeah. So it's a new rule where you can advance it, but it depends if you score. If the other team score, you can play the ball either side. But if the ball just goes out of bounds, you call a timeout. You only can play it on that side.
5-second violation confirmed. Second one of the day, and that will be that for the Cavaliers. And for Camille Goudreau, coming into this game, not the most serene effort. Again, we talked about her turnovers, Sean. In year two, she had more turnovers than assists, and now those turnover numbers are starting to creep up again for her.
Yeah, that's one thing she's going to have to keep an eye on just to make sure, because they want to go where they want to go right now. She's got to be more secure with that ball.
Back into the post it comes. Open space. They'll just whip around that ball. Another rebound for Vanier, right back over to Hebert. We're looking at the clock with 20 seconds left. Hebert to the rim. And that will be it. Champlain still pressing as if they're down by 2. Rene is fouled. And again, we talked about the point differential being a key element here in the return game in the new year when they play each other again.
Yeah, but remind me the point differential. Okay, but if there's a point,
So if they both have the same win-loss record overall, and Champlain beats Vanier in the return game at Vanier, so right now it's a 10-point gap. Let's say it's a final score of 10. Champlain would need to beat them by 10 points or more to have the tiebreaker, and if they end up in the same win-loss record in the season end, Champlain would jump them. Yeah, so that's why point differential is huge, because there's always 2 games against each other. And they're going to hold off here. And a famous away win for Frank Rene. They were down 9-0 to start off the game, and they went 63-54. Final thoughts here, Sean.
That was a great game by Vanier. Gritty win. Took the energy that they had from that loss from St. Foy, and they found a way to win this game. For Champlain, they're going to root it. They should have put them down early in the game.
Well, they were down, Vanier, for an 8 count, but they came up and they had a bunch of punches and didn't look back. They went 63-54. We'll be back for the men's game in 20 minutes' time.